Hey, welcome back to Moon's Tavern. I'm Austin. Today we're gonna cook some steak tacos. Actually, it's gonna be a tequila steak taco on the grill. I don't know about y'all, but sometimes when I'm going into the grocery store or anything like that, if they got meat that's like discounted or if I see something that looks really good, even though it's discounted, I'll go ahead and grab it. So we got kind of a smorgasbord of steaks that we got here. I was in the mood for some tequila steak tacos, which are completely delicious. And we're going to do that with some roasted salsa. We're gonna take you through the whole entire process. So let's go. All right, so first we're gonna make a marinade. And the marinade, what we're gonna do is I've already kind of trimmed up the steak a little bit, but not a lot of it. I like the fat on there. And these are pretty thin. So generally people would use like a flank steak for this, but I don't think it really matters all that much. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put all the steak in here. And then what we have is, we're gonna set this off to the side. What we have is everything's already pre-measured out. Obviously, I've got my tequila. Today we're gonna use this, I think it's Corazon, is that how you say it? I don't know. Corazon Anejo tequila, and it was actually finished in a bourbon barrel because you know something's got to be whiskey in here. So it's about 2 ounces. I don't know. We're going to say that's 2 ounces. So we're going to pour that in there. It was the last little drop on that. Then you're going to add a 1/4 cup of water, right? 1/4 cup of olive oil. And then what we have is a teaspoon of each salt, pepper, and cumin. Knock on the door, hello, cumin. You know, for all you Robin Williams fans there. Got some garlic, two cloves of garlic there. We've got about 2 tablespoons of cilantro, roughly chopped. All right, so I think this is the magic weapon here. This Bear and Burton's W sauce, this Fireshire. This absolutely gives you a lot more flavor than just regular Worcestershire sauce. So definitely give that a shot. This is another 1/4 cup here. And then we're gonna do the juice of 2 limes. So we're gonna stick that in there. I guess I could have pre-did that too, so you're not seeing all of that. But anyway, you know, some people like to see that stuff. You know, and this is a perfect game day recipe, or a recipe that, you know, sometimes you just feel like you want tacos. I would absolutely try this instead of going to your local restaurant and getting tacos. This is a lot more delicious. We're gonna be cooking it over my Kamado Joe today, over some Jealous Devil charcoal, but we'll get into that here in a bit. So after you juice these limes all up, you get it in here. I think we've had this juicer forever that my wife had. So we're gonna try to get as much air out as we can in a Ziploc bag here. Got a gallon-sized bag, and then we're just gonna mix it all up, right? We're gonna mix it all up. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna store it in the refrigerator for at least 2 hours. It's gonna go in a little bit longer for us. The longer that it sits there, the more it's gonna absorb all those flavors of that marinade. And then we'll see you back in a couple hours. All right, guys, we're gonna start up this grill. I told you we're gonna use the Kamado Joe today. And obviously, you gotta use that Jealous Devil charcoal. Why don't you come on in here, we'll see. I just cleaned her up a little bit. Now, big old hunk of love right there. It's really windy today. If you don't have one of these, I would definitely get one. All right, you see we got our grill set, we got our vents set up. I'm pegging like around 400 degrees right now. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna roast our vegetables to do the roasted salsa. We like to do this, man. It gives it just kind of a more smoky flavor. This wind is crazy, so hopefully the audio will be okay. But we're gonna do a little smoky flavor on the vegetables and all that. So let's go in. Obviously, when you're doing these Kamado Joes, when you open them up, I would open them up slowly if you like your eyebrows. If you don't like your eyebrows, then open it up real fast. And I have a lot of experience on that. I'd come in sometimes, Miranda be asking me like, why is your, what smells like it's burning? And it'd be my hair. But yeah, we just place them around here. Got some Roma tomatoes. Got our, so 6 Roma tomatoes, 2 limes. And all you're trying to do is just get some color on here. I'm sorry, 1 lime. And you got 1 jalapeno, 2 Fresno peppers, 1 onion, a white onion, and a head of garlic here. And all we're gonna do is just let this kind of char up and all that kind of good stuff. Once this gets charred up, we'll come back with you. So again, I'm gonna slowly open up this joker. You see that everything's getting all nice and toasty. Kind of just see what we got going on here. Just kind of move everything around. You can be a, gangster like me and not even do the tongs and all of that good stuff. But yeah, just trying to get some good color on this stuff. We'll just let it keep going. We'll do that side too, why not? Ooh, it's a little hot. A little hot tamale. Yep, and get a little color. Oh yeah. All right, Miranda's getting ready to start that, so I'm gonna start this. Got a little Blanton's, keep up with the Buffalo Trace theme that we had here. Be good with tacos, I think. A little horsey. All right, what you doing, Miranda?
We're gonna make our salsa.
And you see the vegetables just got a nice little bit of char in it. Everything's going into the Ninja 5000 blender here.
Peeling off the skin. Oh, they're hot.
You're hot. Woo! A little horsey on Sunday. Makes everything all right. These glasses too. I don't know if you've ever seen these glasses. These are from Visky. Yeah, Visky glasses. Very cool. Love them. But anyway.
Visky, so it sounds like whiskey with a V.
Yeah, something like that. Or Viscu. I'm probably saying it wrong. I don't know. Oh, Booker.
Yeah,
Booker's
Booker.
like, I want some tomatoes.
Booker's smelling the yummy.
Salsa.
It says that smells good up there.
I don't know.
This jalapeno smells good.
Apparently Booker wants a jalapeno, buddy. I think you'd be pooping all over the house, man. You had that, and it wouldn't be a good one either. Bubba. Anybody else have wiener dogs? They're cool, but they're a big pain in the butt.
All right, do we want seeds or no seeds?
I don't care.
Put them all in?
Let's do it. I think as Miranda has married me, her heat tolerance has definitely come up. Where before she wouldn't do any kind of heat stuff. Not really. I think she's scarred. She ain't scarred no more.
Yeah, I do tend to like some heat now. Guess that's why I married you. You keep our marriage spicy.
Uh-oh. I don't know if they want to hear all that. I mean, it's true, but you know.
So all the peppers and the tomatoes. I'm just gonna
Do a rough chop.
Yep. And I make a homemade pico all the time, but this is like a homemade salsa because we're going to blend it.
And the Ninja 5000. Fun fact, Miranda broke our the other container.
You're blaming me.
Oh, it was you, because you're the only one that uses it. If I used it, then yeah, you could blame me, but I don't use it. Of course, I benefit from it, but we're not going to talk about that.
All right, the nice thing about grilling garlic is that it just slides right out.
There's a lot of things I could say, but I'm not going to because this is a family show. Man, that thing is getting filled. Shit's sweating because it's hot. I don't think we're gonna have enough garlic in our salsa. You doing all this work's making me thirsty. Cheers, y'all.
These gloves are getting... The gloves are getting slippery.
I would highly recommend, especially when you're messing with these peppers. I mean, if your tolerance isn't all that great, but even if it is, I mean, the worst thing that you want to do is get some peppers in your eye. Pepper juices.
That's a huge one.
That's what she said. But yeah, you know, it's one of those things that if you ever been OC sprayed, you could definitely relate.
Cannot say that I have. One last one.
You can do it.
Of course, the last one's gonna be, like I said, the gloves are getting all slippery.
The gloves are slippery when wet.
All right.
Now we juicing again. Juice it up.
Some charred lime.
She's juicing. I'm juicing. Woo!
You're juicing.
What are we gonna do with this cilantro?
Yeah, I'm gonna take these off though.
All right.
Because I'm gonna do a pinch of salt and I don't want to stick my...
Yeah, and unfortunately for y'all, you know, when we do some of these measurements and stuff, we're trying to give you a rough thing of measurements, but we have no idea. We just kind of do it to taste. I mean, that's how you really start getting in. When we first started getting into cooking, you know, everything was measured and all of that.
Well, the more you do it, the better you get at eyeballing it,
just throw it in. You do your thing and just throw it in. That's so funny. Oh, Miranda. All right, so what we did was, we added a little bit more salt, a little bit more lime juice, just to try to tone it down for her taste. Obviously, I like the spice.
But once you add, your sour cream,
together.
Sorry, the dogs are barking.
All right.
But once you add sour cream and cheese and all the other toppings, it'll
calm it down.
Delicious. Woo! There it is, though. I guess I should transfer it to a bowl.
All right, let's get on the steak. All right, like I said, slowly open. I'm gonna put these steaks on. This is not gonna take that long at all because these steaks are not very thick. So, gonna knock some of the marinade off. Throw them on there. Oh my God, they smell the marinade. This marinade, I feel like you could almost just drink the marinade by itself. Obviously, that would not be.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Little tequila. Yeah, so again, the cuts of meat that's on here is, you got a T-bone that I cut off. It was a New York strip and a ribeye. And of course, this is all stuff that we got. You know, we went to the store and it was discounted, so I just grabbed it. And I'm like, you know what? Today we're doing steak tacos. So what you want to do is leave this on here for like 2 minutes or whatever. Flip it over for 2 minutes and hopefully she'll be done. All right, here we go. 2 minutes to see how we're doing here. We're gonna take it. God, it smells so good. Little flippers over. And I said 2 minutes and 2 minutes. It's probably gonna be more like 2 minutes times 2. So 4 minutes total. So we can get some char on there. All right. When the sun goes down, we'll be. All right. Okay, Google. Stop timer. All right. Again, we're just trying to get some color on these, get some char on them. I probably should have cranked up the grill a little bit hotter, I'm thinking. But you know what? Still gonna be delicious. We'll get like an internal temp here just real quick, just to see where we're at. All right, we're almost where we wanna be. All right, that's the fillet, so we're gonna take that off. Even though that doesn't have the char that I want.
How much longer?
I'll go just a little bit longer, maybe 1 more minute. Okay. Woo, the smoky. Smoking a pancake.
Flaring up.
All right. We are good to go on these. And of course, you know, I like to do it where it's like medium rare. I like a little bit more char on there, but I'm gonna sacrifice the char
We're hungry.
well, because I'd rather have it medium rare. So we'll go inside, we'll do some tortillas next. All right, like I said, she's a flaring. These tortillas, I'm kind of doing it a little lazy here with the store-bought tortillas, but that's okay. We're hungry, we're trying to get this done, but you just want to put some on there. It's one of those things that doesn't take a long time to char these, and that's all you're really trying to do is just char them real quick. Just put them on there, you'll see them start to bubble up. And we can make our own and do all of that. But like I said, sometimes, you know, it's Sunday. You just want to chill out, watch football, get food done. And that's what we're doing today. So like I said, it starts poofing up, doing all that kind of good stuff. Then what you can do, you take it. We're going to throw it in our nifty difty taco holder thingy mabobber.
That's a good name.
If I can get it in there. We'll do that. Don't want to burn none of them. Yeah, and you got to watch these because they will absolutely
burn fast.
Burn pretty quick. All right, we got everything done. Let's go ahead and assemble one. So we're gonna take a tortilla that just came off of the grill, nice and hot. We're gonna put some of our steak in here. Do like that. Of course, I like it a little extra meaty and all of that. Then typically what I'll do is do some salsa on here. All right. That fire roasted salsa. Then we'll do some sour cream. I know. I could hear my friend Angel telling me in my head right now, you know, you're not supposed to put sour cream on tacos. Well, I do. So it's my taco, so I can do that. So we go there, a little cotija cheese. All right. We're gonna sprinkle that on in there like that. If you don't have cotija in your area, you could also use some Parmesan. Oh, then we're gonna do a little bit more cilantro because why not, right? A little extra cilantro never hurt nobody. A little lime juice over top of it. Guys, if y'all could smell this, this is so daggone good. And then you gotta finish it off with a little Cholula.
I don't think I need extra hot sauce. The sauce is gonna be hot enough.
You'll be fine. And then that's our version of the tequila lime taco. Let's see how we did. Of course, I don't like eating on camera, but we're gonna do it anyway. Of course, I always like to fold that one end up. Oh my gosh.
Drake's like, where's mine?
Try not to chew too much because I don't know how much the camera you can hear it. But anyway, you got to try this. Thanks for joining us at Moon's Tavern. We'll have some more stuff up for you. Try this recipe out. Cheers.